Hello and welcome to AI and Automation Weekly from Techie Talks AI. I am your host Afijit. This week was historic and we are not talking about October news anymore. This is breaking developments right now. We saw Sam Altman announce a trillion-dollar compute vision. ChatGPT Go become free for 12 months in India. Google crack quantum advantage with 13,000 times speedup. The first consumer humanoid robot go on pre-order. NVIDIA hit a $5 trillion valuation. Researchers unveil AI that computes at the speed of light. And major tech companies announce $78 billion in AI spending in a single quarter. If you missed this week, you missed everything. Let's break it down. Let's start with the story that changes everything. Sam Altman's trillion-dollar bet. On October 29th, Sam Altman went public with OpenAI's most ambitious plan yet. $1.4 trillion for 30 gigawatts of computing power. To put this in perspective, that's the power consumption of entire countries, and OpenAI wants to add 1 gigawatt every single week. Here is what this means. OpenAI believes that next generation of AI models, the ones that will solve scientific problems, run entire companies, and achieve artificial general intelligence, require massive computational infrastructure. Current frontier models reason about 5-hour horizons. OpenAI thinks if you give models weeks of compute time to think, they can solve problems no human can. But there is more. OpenAI is restructuring. They are moving from a non-profit hybrid model to a for-profit benefit corporation. The non-profit OpenAI Foundation keeps 26% ownership and governance over research. The for-profit gets full capital flexibility. This is OpenAI preparing for an IPO. Sam Altman is saying we are building the next trillion-dollar company. And here is the competitive response. Google, Microsoft, Amazon, they are all investing aggressively in their own compute infrastructure. Meta just announced they could spend up to $72 billion on AI in 2025 alone, with expectations for larger investments in 2026. This is a full-scale AI arms race, and winners will dominate the next decade. Meanwhile, the AI infrastructure race just hit a historic milestone. On November 1st, NVIDIA became the first company in history to hit a $5 trillion market valuation. Think about that, $5 trillion. This isn't hype. This is relentless demand for NVIDIA's Blackwell GPUs. Every company building AI infrastructure needs NVIDIA chips. OpenAI needs them. Google needs them. Meta needs them, Microsoft needs them, Amazon needs them. And with $78 billion in AI spending announced just this quarter alone by tech giants, NVIDIA is the bottleneck company, the one everyone needs. But here is what's interesting. While NVIDIA dominates, the competition is intensifying. AMD is partnering with OpenAI. Qualcomm just announced AI accelerator chips coming in 2026-27. Custom chips are being designed everywhere. But right now, NVIDIA is the company powering the AI revolution. A $5 trillion valuation proves it. Now here is something huge that happened this week, and it's a game changer for India. On November 4th, OpenAI announced something historic. ChatGPT Go is free for 12 full months in India. Normally 399 rupees per month, approximately $5 per month. For Indian users starting November 4th, completely free for an entire year. What do you get? ChatGPT 5 access with faster response speeds, 10 times higher message limits, advanced image generation, file and image upload capabilities, Indic language support like Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Bengali, Marathi. This is critical. Priority access during peak hours, custom GPT's creation. Why is this massive? India is now OpenAI's second largest market globally after the United States. Paid subscriptions in India doubled in 1 month after launch in August. India's AI adoption is staggering. OpenAI is hosting their first ever Dev Day event in India, Bangalore, November 4th. This free offer signals India is strategic. India is the future. How do you activate? Go to ChatGPT web, Android app or iOS app, click upgrade to Go, add a payment method, either UPI or credit card, and confirm. You won't be charged for 12 months. Why should you care? If you are in India, you now have access to premium AI capabilities for free. That's GPT-5. That's image generation. That's everything. And get this, Google launched free Gemini Pro for Indian students. Perplexity partnered with Airtel for free access. This is a competitive free for all to capture India's 1.4 plus billion users. OpenAI just moved first with the biggest prize. While the compute arms race heats up, Google just demonstrated something that changes fundamental physics. On October end, Google's Quantum AI team announced Quantum Echoes, an algorithm that achieved verifiable quantum advantage on the Willow quantum chip. What happened? Google ran an algorithm on a quantum computer. That same algorithm ran on the world's best supercomputer to verify results. Google's quantum chip solved it 13,000 times faster than the supercomputer. That's not 2 times. That's not 10 times. It's 13,000 times. Why does this matter? For decades, quantum computing was theoretical. One day, quantum will solve everything. Google just proved it's real, verifiable, reproducible. And the applications? Medicine, drug discovery, material science, battery design, protein folding. Google is projecting real-world applications within 5 years. This is humanity crossing a threshold. We just proved quantum computing advantage isn't hype. It's reproducible, verifiable physics. But wait, there is more. Researchers just unveiled something even more radical. On October 28th, researchers from Tsinghua University published a breakthrough. An optical AI chip that computes at the speed of light. It's called the Optical Feature Extraction Engine, OFE2. And here is what's revolutionary. Instead of using electricity, it processes data using photons, literal light particles. Processing speed 12.5 GHz, orders of magnitude faster than current electronic AI chips. Energy efficiency drastically better. Current AI systems consume massive amounts of power. Photonic computing fixes this. Why is this huge? Speed and energy consumption are the bottlenecks in AI right now. Every company spending 72 to 100 billion on AI infrastructure is burning through massive power. Optical computing bypasses that entirely. It's fundamentally faster and more efficient. This isn't available commercially yet, but it signals the future. The race for AI computational efficiency is entering a new phase. We are talking photonic processors, light speed computing. This is next generation AI infrastructure. Speaking of infrastructure scale, here is a move that shows governments are taking AI seriously. On October 28th, NVIDIA and Oracle announced the US Department of Energy's largest AI supercomputer. Called Solstice, it features a record-breaking 100,000 NVIDIA Blackwell GPUs. There is also an Equinox system with 10,000 Blackwell GPUs. Combined 22,000 exaflops of AI performance, dedicated to accelerating scientific discovery in healthcare research, material science, and energy applications. Located at Argonne National Laboratory. What does this mean? The US government is saying AI is infrastructure. AI is national priority. We are investing at scale. This isn't corporate AI anymore. This is government-backed computational power for public science. Drug discovery, material research, climate science, all accelerated by AI at government scale. This signals whoever owns the AI computing infrastructure owns the future of science and innovation. And while the US invests in supercomputers, China just unveiled optical computing at scale. This isn't just research anymore. Countries are racing for computational advantage. The message is clear. AI infrastructure is the new nuclear arsenal. You have the US building 100,000 GPU supercomputers, Meta spending $72 billion, Google doubling capital spending, Microsoft aggressively investing, and China announcing optical computing breakthroughs. This is a global arms race for computational dominance. The winners will shape the future of AI. The losers will be dependent on others' infrastructure. For India, this is why ChatGPT Go free for 12 months matters. Its strategic positioning. OpenAI is telling India, be part of our ecosystem, not someone else. The geopolitics of AI infrastructure is accelerating. Now let's talk about what happens when AI gets really smart. On October 30th, OpenAI announced Aardvark, an AI security researcher powered by GPT-5. Here is what it does. It automatically hunts for software vulnerabilities at machine speed. It's already discovered multiple CVE-tracked security flaws. What does this mean? We are entering an era where AI doesn't just execute tasks. It solves complex real-world problems on its own. Aardvark isn't being told, go find bugs. It's given a code base and independently discovers vulnerabilities. This signals an arms race. AI-powered attackers versus AI-powered defenders. The company that gets AI security automation right first wins. Everyone else is vulnerable. Okay, let's bring this down to earth, literally. On October 28th, 1X Technologies announced Neo is available for pre-order. A $20,000 humanoid robot for your home. Shipping 2026. This is the moment consumer robotics becomes real. Neo is 5 feet 6 inch, weighs 66 pounds, can lift 154 pounds and learns household routines through AI. You are pre-ordering household robots in 2025. They ship in 2026. That's not future, that's now. Amazon Blue Jay is automating warehouses right now. Figure 3 is getting manufactured. Tesla Optimus is ramping. 2026 is the humanoid robot inflection point. Consumer robotics just moved from someday to this year. But let's talk about the shadow story. While all this innovation happens, we are seeing massive tech layoffs. Meta laid off employees as it pivots to super intelligence labs. Microsoft restructuring. Amazon cutting roles. Accenture cutting 15,000. October alone, 100,000 plus tech job cuts. But here is the nuance. Most of these layoffs aren't because AI replaced workers. They are restructuring, post-pandemic overhiring correction, strategic pivots. But the long-term trend is real. AI is automating knowledge work, coding, data analysis, customer service. The jobs that will thrive, those combining AI with uniquely human skills, creativity, strategy, emotional intelligence. The uncomfortable truth, by 2027, every company will be either automating with AI or losing market share to those who are. Your job security depends on how quickly you adapt to AI tools. And here is something that signals India's long-term AI strategy. On October 29th, India's Education Ministry announced AI will be taught from class 3 onwards in all schools. That's right, elementary school kids in India learning AI fundamentals. Why? India is positioning itself as the next global AI hub. Not just using AI, building it. If Indian children grow up fluent in AI from age 8, India becomes a competitive advantage for the next 20 years. This is generational investment in AI capability. Combined with ChatGPT Go free for a year, OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, they are all racing to capture Indian users before they become sophisticated AI builders themselves. So what does this week actually mean? $1.4 trillion compute infrastructure announced. ChatGPT Go free in India, a 1.4 plus billion person market. Quantum computing advantage verified 13,000 times speedup. Optical AI computing speed of light processing. $78 billion in AI spending in a single quarter. Humanoid robots shipping in 2026. 100,000 tech layoffs, but jobs transforming, not disappearing. India teaching AI to elementary school kids. We are not in an AI adoption phase anymore. We are in an AI infrastructure and geopolitical race. The countries, companies and individuals who move fastest right now will dominate the next decade. If you are in India, you have free access to GPT-5 for 12 months. Your generation is learning AI from age 8. This is your moment. If you are building AI products, the infrastructure race means compute cost will be your competitive advantage. Move fast. If you are job hunting, AI skills aren't optional. They are survival. This isn't just technology news. This is the reshaping of global competition. Stay ahead of the curve. Subscribe for next week's updates because the future it's accelerating right now. Thanks for watching. I am Abhijit and I'll see you next week with more breakthrough AI news. Thank you. Bye bye.